praises be unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation unto all the Akim, doing and pushing this word in all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. Let's get into this video here, New Bodies. Okay, and this comes in the inspiration of this movie right here, Supercell. Okay, I watched the whole thing. And basically, in a nutshell, what they really did is take, because Esau Edom, he knows what's coming soon, okay? Basically, what they did was took all, the spiritual powers and divided them amongst different individuals and said that they had different powers. But we know when we get those new bodies, all that spiritual power, one individual will be able to do all those things, okay? And I don't want to make this I don't want to make it how do you call it? Spoiler alert if you didn't see it already, okay? So I don't really want to go too much into it, but when you watch this, Akim, your spiritual eyes open, obviously, you will understand, you'll see, you'll be like, yeah, Esau Edom knows what's up, man. He throws these things into these movies, and because it's a movie, people don't take it serious, right? And usually, if it doesn't say based on a true story, obviously they don't take it serious. They call it fiction, right? So Esau Edom, he knows how to, trick the minds of these people. He knows how to play crafty, all right? So in this movie here, like I said, these individuals have spiritual powers. But the way they play it out and placate it, these people bump into their spiritual powers, basically. They come to find out that they have spiritual powers, but, just certain things, meat from the bones, man. They think like they can actually off an Israelite when he's in his true power. Well, no, you won't be able to even touch an Israelite, okay? Because the scriptures tell us about even down to our little babies, okay? So let's get into the scriptures real quick. If you brothers haven't seen it, Supercell, you have to do it like how Jake spell it. And when you go into this movie, you're gonna see it's very hip hop inspired type of, with the rap and whatnot, because they highlight different songs and whatnot. I noticed it on the caption below. But yeah, this is really good little series here to get into. Season, okay, whatever it is, season, whatever. It's really, and I might go and watch this again, actually, because, sometimes when you watch something, you may go by it, you may slip by, right? Something might slip by that you should have seen before. So let's get into this real quick, okay? Let's go to Philippians. Let me get rid of this. There's a bunch of death going on, man. Bunch of death. Woman stabbed up in the parking lot. Bunch of death going on, man. Let's go to Philippians chapter 3 and 20. For our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, Yahushua HaMashiach, who shall change our vile bodies, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself. Okay? So the main point, we're waiting for that change. These vile bodies that we're in. If we get sick, you could break your foot, toe, whatever. You know what I mean? You're susceptible to, let's say you're at work and you run into a sharp object, it can cut you. You know what I mean? Things such as that. So we're in these vile bodies, all right? These bodies break down. First, with Adam, Methuselah, man was living 900, almost 1,000 years. Then after that, 120. Then after that, 70. You'd be lucky if you reach 70. That's a full life, okay? So these bodies here They break down. They're susceptible to catching colds. You know, the demons on the left hand side. They play with us a lot, right? So what we're looking for is to be fashioned like unto his glorious body. Because Yahushua right now, remember the scriptures tell you that there's many mansions in his father's house. So you're going to need a different type of body to be able to maneuver out in those atmospheres, okay, out in space, as they would say. You would need a whole new composition, okay? Your body would have to be set up 100% different to be able to handle what it is out there, the environment out there, okay? So yes, we're looking for, Yahushua to return and us to be fashioned likened unto him, okay? With those glorious bodies, okay? What was that one? 2 Peter 2:4. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, which we're in this hellish condition right now, okay, and delivered them into chains of darkness. And these chains of darkness is these bodies, okay, which is susceptible to break down and catch colds and go through infirmities, to be reserved unto judgment, right? Because you can't put the soul in fires. The soul is made out of fire, right? It is of fire, right? Slack it 1 second. So what would you do? You take that soul, that you have fashioned, made, and put it into a body. Where in that body it can serve out a sentence. Where in that body it can actually feel something, okay? Yahushua, didn't say Yahushua was made lower than the angels? What was he put into? He was put into flesh. Came in flesh. Even the scriptures tell you that if you don't believe that Yahushua HaMashiach came in flesh, don't believe that individual, okay? Because some people try to act like he was just a spirit floating around. No, he actually came in flesh. So going back into the Salakia, I don't want to get distracted here. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. Okay, so we're in these fleshly bodies. Okay, yeah, let me get that, Jude 1. And we're in these fleshly bodies. This is where you feel a punishment. Okay, Jude 1:6. And the angels which kept not their, same thing, the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he have reserved into everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. So we know it's talking about the body, okay? These chains of darkness, okay? These bodies that break down. And everybody's here until that great day, that day of judgment, okay? You're going to keep coming back onto the third and fourth generation, Until that great day of judgment, you need to be punished that way. You're going to be punished that way. If you need to be, like in the case of some Edomites, okay? They're going to get killed and mash up over here. 2/3 are going to get killed and mash up over here. But when everything's all done and said in the kingdom, those wicked-ass Israelites, they're going to come back clean and be in a heavenly state. But the Edomites, they're going to be in a hellish state. They're going to be birthed into a hellish state, right? So everybody's who's not here in that day of judgment, don't worry, you still going to get what you deserve, okay? You still going to get what you deserve. Anyways, continuing, going into those new bodies, okay? 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a loud shout, with the voice of the archangel. Slack it 1 second. The voice of the archangel. with the Slakia. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we, which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Okay, our bodies have to be changed, as it tells you, within the twinkling of an eye before we hit those chariots. Because those chariots, they hit beyond G-force, man. Like a human body would just splatter. You ever seen a train? I seen a train the other day on YouTube hit a donkey, and the donkey just disintegrated. So imagine being in one of those chariots, and you're flying at Mach speed, and you just fuck around and happen to poke into something. You're gonna be like spaghetti all in that place. Okay? Your body, the body right now that we have, these chains of darkness are not set up to be moving at those high rates of speed. Shit, you fuck around and go on a roller coaster and pass out. Or get a nosebleed. So you see, these bodies have to be changed even just before we hit those chariots. Them new bodies. Okay? Let's go something real quick. Maybe I should get that one up first. But no, let me just go here real quick. Isn't that in John? Oh, yeah. Psalms 82 and verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Yes, ye are gods. But right now, right, it says, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Right now, we're stuck in we're trapped. You know, the spirit within is more than, you know, these shells that we got here, man. And our spirit is earnestly groaning for those heavenly bodies, man. For those new bodies, I must say. But the Lord said that ye are gods, not these other nations, not these other people, but who? Israel, okay? Israel. 1 John 3 and 2. 1 John 3 and 2, beloved, now we are the sons of God, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Okay? What does it say? But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him. Okay? We're going to get those glorious bodies. We're going to be transformed quickly, poof, within the twinkling of an eye, into those new bodies. Okay? Like I said, these bodies here are susceptible to go off. Those new bodies are not going to go off. We're going to be able to go from one planet to the next planet, teleport, this, that, all that stuff that you see Goku and all those people doing. Esau Edom knows about this, okay? He knows about this. Why do you think that Esau Edom has all these science experiments, trying these things? Try to make man float, and, you know, they did these things with LSD, the CIA experiments with the LSD, trying to make people mind manipulation, control people with the mind. All of that spiritual power, man. And Esau knows it, but placates it on the level like, oh, that's cartoon. That's for the movies. That's not real. That's fiction. So silly old Jake says, yeah, that's true. That ain't real. But little did they know, hey, calling down fire from heaven? What the hell? Come on, man. Paul, when Paul got bitten, this didn't even affect him. He just put it in the fire and shook off the snake, the adder. Stephan, he had spiritual, being filled with the Spirit. A lot of the apostles, right? They all had power to heal and cleanse the sick. But in that day, you know, we're going to have absolute, the full, okay? The full, like I say, just open up the tap fully. Right now, you know, to a degree, certain things can happen. Brothers can heal certain brothers and certain things like that, right? Which is of all spiritual power, right? That belongs in that category. But we don't have the full right now. We need those new bodies. We need to be transformed. We need to be, you know, kainos, refreshed, man. So going back to this, John chapter 14 and verse 2, in my father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And we're going to need spiritual bodies to be able to do that. Go to these different planets or whatnot. You can't go to these different, they can't even get out of this fucking, they could hardly even get out of a country, okay? And to get into another, get into another zone, get into another, how you call it, another planet. Yeah, right. They can't even do that. They haven't left. They keep claiming they did leave. But you're going to need spiritually, you know, that super body, that new body, okay? To be able, within a blink of an eye, teleport over here to another brother's planet. The brother got a whole bunch of stuff set up. Hey, brother, I wanted you to come here and see this. You know, tonight we're going to have a nice feast. And I know you always used to love barbecuing and, you know. Here we got the best lamb. One of the brothers on another planet, he had a good livestock. He got a lot good ones. Here, look. And we're going to slaughter this one tonight. That, you know, so on and so forth. Wherever it may be, whatever we're doing. You know, when the servant's thinking wrong, we're going to be able to pop up right behind them like, what were you just thinking? That's all spiritual power. But we're going to need those new bodies. Okay? So, yeah, when we keep telling our people about this, but, they don't listen, right? Psalms 110 and verse 3, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast dew of thy life. Okay? You're going to be refreshed. You're going to be good to go. And the main part, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Okay? All our enemies are going to be below us. We're going to be able to just snap our finger and turn Brightburn, turn it on just for them. Charge up just for the fuck of it. Like the brother in England always say. You know? Charge up just for the fuck of it in front of them. Scare the shit out of them. Okay? But like I said, those bodies, before we hit the chariots, we got to be changed within the twinkling of an eye, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, neither doeth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be risen incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible, these chains of darkness, his flesh, okay, must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. See, never going to be able to die, because that tells you in Isaiah chapter 45 and 7, world without end. Okay, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where's thy sting? O grave, where's thy victory? So, and yeah, the sting of death is sin. We're not going to be able to sin no more. We're not going to go off, because all the laws, statutes, and commandments are going to be within us. And this corruptible, this flesh, must put on the incorruptible. Okay? So, that way, we can't go off. We can't sin. Because we're in corruption right now. This flesh, okay? So, before we hit those chariots and the dead, oh yeah, it said the dead, the ones who died in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, right? They're going to be risen incorruptible, okay? And we shall be changed within that twinkling of an eye. Those new bodies, they're going to have new bodies. We're going to have new bodies. We're not going to be able to go off. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? None of those things are going to have victory over us, because we're going to be living forever in those new bodies. Oh, man. Woo. Okay. This is way up. Revelation chapter 20. 21, is it not? Yeah, it was 21. Revelation 21 and 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Verse 4, I want to get straight to the point. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. These corruptible bodies, remember? For the former things are passed away. Right, and we're going to have those new bodies. Okay? All those things of this life, the hellish conditions, the pain, the crying, the tears, the torment, the lament, all this shit that we're going through, backaches, all that crap. It's going to be no more. Can't, the old woman crying because she can't pay the bill and this and that, she's frustrated. No more. All tears will be wiped away. Okay? There will be no sorrow in your mind. Your brethren dead, and you're feeling sorrowful. And oh man, I can't get to see right now. And there will be no more death, no more sorrow, no more pain, man. No more crying. Okay? No more weeping. These other nations going to have to go through what they're going through, but hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has made this promise for us as Israelites. Okay? Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 8. And the suckling child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den. Those are poisonous snakes. Okay? They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain. For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Yahweh, as the waters covered the sea. Okay? So you're not going to be able to even harm us, man. Scriptures tell you no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Okay? As a matter of fact, let me get that. That's in Isaiah 54, if I'm not mistaken. 17. Isaiah 54 and 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and Their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. This is when we're in the kingdom. So when we put on those new bodies, okay? This is when we're not being affected no more by society's ills. This is when we get those new bodies, man. This is when those chains of darkness are broken. This is when we get those new bodies, okay? New abilities, okay? And Esau, Edom, he gonna be crying. These other nations, they gonna know to get right. But Esau, Edom, you gonna be crying. Tables gonna really flip, okay, in that day. But like I said, we're gonna have spiritual power. No weapon. You could try to form something. Nothing will work. Okay. Yep. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? Right, you're going to be on a level, a high level, okay, with them new bodies. The Lord has given us a promise that we're going to be judges of this place. We're going to be rulers and judges, priests unto him. And these bodies that we're in are not worthy for that, okay, because they're always subject to go off to sin. They're subject to death. They're subject to all these low things for a low being. You understand? Not for a judge that's in a high ranking position. With those new bodies comes new position, a new rank. You're gonna have to judge these nations, okay? You're gonna have to order things right. You know, prudency will help you with that, because prudency, a man who's prudent can foresee things, right? Hence a seer. So let's go back into this. Luke 10:19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding in this rejoice not, that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice, because your names are written in heaven. Yeah. Here, like I said, going back into Stephan, and you know what I mean, the apostles had powers to heal and whatnot, because it was granted unto them. But when we're in our full position, we're going to be able to do much more. And yeah, all these devils, scorpions, serpents, these other nations and whatnot too, they're all going to be underneath our feet. They're all going to be subject to us, okay? Because this is the plan of the Most High, the end game. This is the plan of the Most High in the first place anyways. Send us through this vigorous, position, like animals do, survival of the fittest. So the 144 are the ones who are the fittest. So the Lord sent us through all of these calamity. We're gonna have to. You don't just get handed something like. Your kid has to deserve something in order for you to hand him a real high prize. Because if you keep handing your kid a real high prize all the time, he ain't doing shit to deserve that. Yeah, of course you want to give your kid something once in a while, But if you keep doing that, it's called spoiling your kid in a sense, right? Now your kid, when you spoil a kid, the kid doesn't recognize the value of things. All the kid knows is, I just be here, I'm going to get more. You know, I'm going to get more. I'll probably get something way better the next time. You know? Oh, shit, if I break this, he'll buy me back another one right now. So they don't understand and recognize value within things. But because we went through this, went through the vigorous, hard, you know, the Lord chose certain men to remember these things, right, through scriptures, right, on what these other nations did to us and the vigorous, hard work that we had to go through, etc., etc., etc. You know, we appreciate what we're going to get. We have that appreciation set in our mind. The rest of Israel, they don't have that appreciation. So this is why in this high calling, there's certain seats reserved for certain men. And the rest of Israel is just going to be regular. They're going to have spiritual power, but they're going to be regular Israelite for the rest of eternity. That in itself is whoa, you know. Jeremiah chapter 31. Yeah, let's get this real quick. And when we get these new bodies, we won't be able to go off. Okay. What I say? I just want to get right here. Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 33, and we end out. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh. I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, meaning your mind, and be their God, be their power, and they shall be my people. Because right now the Lord casts us away. Hosea chapter 1 and 9. In that land, this land right here, where it said that we are not, there shall be said. So right now, we're building back onto the Lord. The story ain't closed yet. The movie ain't closed yet. Okay? So, you know, here it is. Oh, Slacky, let me go back to my train of thought. In this land right here, it was said to us that we are not the people of God, right? But eventually, when the Lord calls a kibosh in the place, right, he sets up his jewels. We are those jewels. He will set them in order before their eyes. We are being set in order before their eyes. You know, eventually it's going to be said, the call is going to be made. There shall be said, ye are my people, right? So going back into this and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. This is when everything is done. Right now, 2/3 of Israel is not the Lord's people. They don't act and behave and carry themselves on in that fashion. But, you know, the hopeful elect, we do carry ourselves in that fashion, that proper fashion that the Lord is well pleased with. But the whole house of Israel is not all together. So this is why the Lord's saying, hey, man, you are not my people. Look at you guys going off and doing all types of whatlessness. You see this portion? I could say this is my people, but you guys ain't my people. And eventually what happens from us being out there on the highways and byways, pushing his word, you know, sending it forth, you know, eventually what's going to happen is people are going to recognize that, hey, yeah, those are the people of God. Those people over there, those fucking niggas and shit, they are the people of God. We've been trying to hide this for years. You know? But in the kingdom, all of us, all collectively, the whole house of Israel, as it says here, and they shall be my people. And the whole, when everybody is clean and good, and the law, statutes, and commandments are put into the inward court, they don't go off, they don't sin no more, then, you know, in the kingdom, the Most High will say, and they shall be my people. But right now, they're acting, behaving like, you know, 2/3 are acting, behaving like these heathen. The only ones that can be accounted for the Lord's people are the holy elect, first of all. And, you know, like I said, we always say we're a hopeful elect. But these other camps, they ain't teaching right. You could see what's going on out here. Anyways, continuing. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know Yahweh. Right, and look what we're doing right now. We're out there teaching people, know Yahweh, know Yahweh, know the law, statutes, commandments. Hey, you're Israelite. You know you're Israelite? You know you're Israelite? Right? In the kingdom, we won't have to do this no more. Every Israelite is going to know that they're Israelite. Okay? And they're going to know the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. For they shall know, Salakia, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. The Lord has got you reserved in these chains of darkness unto judgment. So the Lord remembers your sin. The Lord wants to punish you for your sin. Okay? But in those days, the Lord won't remember it no more. You've gone through what you needed to go through to appreciate what you're going to get. Okay? And you will be the people of the Lord again. A righteous people unto him. Okay? That can never go off and never sin. But we're going to need what? We're going to need new bodies for all of that. Okay? We're going to need those new bodies for all of that. So going back into, to break down this movie right here, it's all spiritual power. Esau Edom knows, man. He knows. He sees it, sees what's up. He's like, fuck, put it into a movie, trying to, the ones with the spirit. He that had the spirit, let him hear what the spirit say unto the churches. Only us can detect this, okay? So we're going to need those new bodies. So with that, all praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation unto the elect, and peace and salutation unto all the Akim doing and pushing his word, and all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. And a shalom unto you sisters too as well, the sincere sisters. And with that, Lord willing, till next time, Wah Abad Babal. Shalom Akim.